Look at this.
Yeah, that's
It's like a dance move.
yeah. Thanks for giving me something to start the video with.
Yeah, you're
it's
welcome.
polite of you. Hey everybody, this is Chris here with Daily Motor, and it is dreadful outside right now, so I'm gonna make this walk around quick. But today, I am without Charlie, but I am driving the 2022 Mercedes-Benz C300, a car that I actually really have been looking forward to driving. If you're unfamiliar with the C-Class, it's Mercedes' competitor for the BMW 3 Series, the Audi A4, and other mid-size-ish luxury sedans. This got a total redesign just last year, and ever since then, I've been wanting to get behind the wheel. So I'm super excited to finally be driving one of these. Man, is the weather terrible today. It was freezing rain earlier. It's regular raining now. Let's hop inside this thing and see what it's like. Whew. I will have Charlie with me for the outro, but he is currently in Florida, his favorite state, or perhaps he is in the middle of the ocean on a cruise ship. Either way, you'll get his input here halfway through the video, but this will just be a very short intro and my raw first impressions of the C300. And right off the bat, a pretty good amount of room here in the back seat. Of course, being that this is a Mercedes, we have all of our S-tier ambient lighting, and we also have a Burmester sound system in this C-Class. How do I have cup holders? Do I get cup holders? Maybe not. Try and learn how to operate that this week. So this car starts at about 46 grand. As spec'd, it's about 65. So this has almost $20,000 in options, many of which being AMG Sport appearance packs. And you all know how much we love all of that here at Daily Motor. But what's important is that you are able to have a pretty basic C-Class 4MATIC for under 50 grand. Let's go ahead and hop up front, get this thing started, and get on the road. I'm going to ship some packages today, so I'm bringing you all along with me. Admittedly, I have driven this C-Class about 4 miles, so I have done some driving in it, but I really haven't messed with anything, played with anything in here, because I wanted to give you guys my raw first impressions. And of course, we would be doing more outside, but you all are probably wet as it is, so let me dry you off. Okay, hopefully that's better. So in here, it's all very modern Mercedes-Benz. We have this big vertical infotainment. And this is powered by a 2-liter turbo with a mild hybrid. So you'll notice there you didn't hear it fire up. I love cars that have mild hybrids. It just makes everything so much more refined. And this C300 is no different. It does feel very high-end once you're out on the road. We've got some cool trim here, some wood with some silver stripes to kind of segment it here, give it some more depth. We've got a leather-wrapped dash here. Let's go ahead and pull our Monroney out and see what all we have. So just under 46 grand to start, and as spec'd, just about $64,000, so quite a bit of money. This gray paint is a $750 option. We have the actual Napa leather. That's a $2,600 option. Black Napa leather looks quite nice. Actually, while I'm talking here, we are going to get some defrost going because we're fogging up a little bit in here. AMG multi-spoke wheels, panorama roof, which I haven't opened yet. We're going to figure out, looks like it's a swipe. And I really hope that that does not open the moonroof as well. That would be not good as it is raining. Okay, good, it didn't. Quite nice. We've got pretty much the whole roof. Slight bit of bracing here. If the car were to roll over, you've got some extra metal to protect you. But overall, pretty nice glass roof design there. Heated steering wheel, which I can't work out how to turn on. It is on. It's going. And I wonder if maybe it just goes with the heated seat. Otherwise, though, I do not see where you turn the heated steering wheel on, unless I'm being stupid. I genuinely cannot find it anywhere, because I thought, okay, maybe it'll be over here with the heated bits. And then after I couldn't find it there, I went over to the infotainment and pressed on the car. But nothing comes up here to do it. So then I thought, oh, well, it must be in the climate menu. And it isn't. So maybe it just knows when to be on. This will be fun in the outro. If I do find it, I'll be able to tell you all. But as of now, I have not found it. The infotainment works pretty well. Of course, like I said, Apple CarPlay is, oh, I don't know if I said that, but I have my Apple CarPlay hooked up. You can do wired or wireless. I've got it wired right now because I don't really prefer to do wireless CarPlay. overall, a pretty nice reacting infotainment screen. Everything works as you'd expect. Man, my ADD is in full swing today. I'm like showing you all three things at the same time. I've got the Monroney, the infotainment, materials. I need Charlie to keep me in line. Anyways, AMG line is going to be our most expensive option on this car. It is $3,050. That gives you the AMG body styling, brushed aluminum sport pedals with rubber studs. Yes, indeed, it does have those. MB Tex dashboard, which gives you this stitched leather look on here, though MB Tex is not real leather. AMG floor mats, sports suspension, sports steering system, perforated front brake discs with Mercedes-Benz calipers, high gloss black elements, front splitter grille trim, rear diffuser, side mirrors, and window trim. So lots of different black exterior pieces. It is press car spec. Though I wish they would have given us a different interior color than black on the press car, because it'd be nice to show off some of the other options, but it is what it is. Pretty modest spec on this thing visually, but financially, not so much. All right, let's get out on the road. Show you guys what this thing is like to drive. Steering wheel, pretty much the same as you get on every other Mercedes. I'm not a huge fan of this new airbag cover design. I don't love just the kind of blandness of it. I wish they would give you some stitching on here and wrap this in leather, because it just brings down... I feel like I'd have this same airbag cover on like a Sprinter van, so I wish they would do something more with that. Even on the SL, we were driving the SL63 AMG in California last month, and it had this as well. So I don't know what you have to actually get. Maybe a Maybach will give you a leather wrapped one. I'm not sure. Incredibly clear reversing camera here on the C300. And incredibly clear front camera and 360 camera as well. Very impressive camera system on this car. And boy, is this steering fantastic. This is my favorite steering that I've felt in a car in this segment thus far. It's so light, but it's so reactive as well. It's only about one turn lock to lock. This is how you make luxurious steering. I mean, seriously, it's so light and effortless. It is fantastic. I have not experienced it in a high performance setting yet, but we'll go ahead and test that out here. Yeah, a good amount of power from that 2-liter turbo. 9-speed automatic, linking that to all 4 wheels. Very smooth shifts. Yeah, oh yeah, this steering is really nice. Slightly artificial feeling when you're cornering hard, but that's to be expected. I don't care about that in a car like this. I'd rather just have it be nice and light for when I'm going around town. Though I bet you can stiffen it up with the drive mode selector. We're going to try that. We've got Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, Eco, Comfort. Okay, let's try regular Sport first, see if that firms things up. I'm sure it does. And we do have paddle shifters. Try not to go head on with the Odyssey that's avoiding a puddle. Pretty fast reacting paddles there. If you would like to manually control your 9-speed auto, you are able to do so. It's nice. Okay, Sport Plus. So it seems the more aggressive you go with the drive modes, the more piped in engine noise you get. That rotates quite nicely. This is a good car. I've found Charlie. There he is. Some fantastic hubcaps on that thing. No farts or burps or anything between shifts, just smoothness. Yeah, that steering tightens up quite a bit there in Sport Plus. Speaking of Charlie, actually, I should mention we do have a power adjust steering column. How about that? This will default you back into automatic mode. I don't think there's a way to lock this into manual like you would be able to with an AMG car, because with those you have to do it with the little dial on the steering wheel or through the infotainment screen. I didn't see either option there with this. So probably just D, no M Come on, Tahoe. You can do it. Thank you very much. Okay, let's feel the steering around a proper corner here. Yeah, it's still pretty light actually in Sport Plus mode. Figured it would get a little bit heavier. That's okay though. I am not complaining, guys, just observing. Back into comfort mode for the substitute rough ride section there, and pretty dang good. It's so funny, I always, when I think about the Mercedes C-Class, I just kind of think of it as like the kind of bottom of the barrel Mercedes. Why would anyone ever buy it? And that was just me being ignorant because I've never driven a C-Class. But now that I've driven this new C-Class, I take it all back. This thing feels like a Mercedes. You get it all. It feels very, very luxurious in this car, and I really genuinely was not expecting that. I was expecting sort of like a Campbell's soup can on wheels, but this is not at all that. It feels very thick and fluffy, and I do really appreciate that in the C-Class. It's got good ambient lighting, probably. Can't see too much of it now in the daytime, but I'm sure we have full suite. The Burmester sound system is quite nice under first impressions. I don't think it's full S-tier status, but it's pretty dang good for the segment. Okay, what else? What else do we have in here? Fully digital cluster, of course. Quite a bit of piano black. Not the biggest fan of that. But I'm sure there are plenty of different wood offerings you can have in here. If you don't want to be an AMG Sport enthusiast, you can do that. We're actually going to go this way. Extend our time with the car just a little bit more. We are running on snow tires right now, though they do feel they have a good amount of grip. Two-liter turbo is pretty quiet, but it's not grainy, which is nice. I would say it's the second least grainiest, following BMW's current four-cylinder turbo. It's definitely not as grainy as the Volkswagen or the Audi or the Korean offerings in this segment. Yeah, the ride is good. Good ride, even though we have the AMG Sport tuned suspension. It feels nice. I need Charlie here to talk me down from this car, though. He probably likes the C-Class, maybe. I think another reason I wasn't expecting this to be very good is because we drove the E-Class 2 years ago, and we weren't very impressed with that, but this feels nicer than the E-Class for its segment. Obviously, overall, it doesn't feel nicer, but in comparison to other vehicles in this segment, this feels like it stands up and stands out more than the E-Class does among its competitors, if that makes sense. Oh man, guys, well, I'll be running a fuel economy test on this car later this week. That will be another determining factor to see if I would prefer this over the new 3 Series. Because the 3 Series is my current pick for this segment. And I've just run something over, hopefully not something sharp. Oh, yes. Okay, well, there's a classic C-Class. Nice. Well, in another C, wait, is that another C-Class? I don't know what that, I think that was a C-Class. Okay. Well, I will be spending the week with this Mercedes C300, and I'll catch up with you guys at the end of the week once I have Charlie with me, and tell you what it's been like to live with the C300. Wrapping up my week with the 2022 Mercedes C300 and beginning Charlie's single day with it. So we're going to let him drive first, give you some of his impressions, and then I'll get behind the wheel and wrap up what it's been like to live with this thing for the week. But
I'm assuming you've liked it because just about all of your B-reels have been in this car.
I really quite liked it, and it's a shame because I was gone for 3 days driving the new Lexus RZ, so I had to just leave this and it just sat in the garage. So I really only got 4 days. Well, I didn't really get Monday with it either because it came pretty late in the day. And then I couldn't drive it Friday because it was the worst snowstorm of the year. So I really only drove it Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like a small...
S-Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
S-Class and
so,
also the AMG GT... Yeah.
And that is because this entire front fascia is specific to the AMG Night package that this car has.
Wow.
This whole front bumper is different. The whole grille design is different. It has a more aggressive looking AMG style grille. It's like a $3,000 package, and it would generally give you 19-inch wheels, but this one's on 18s with the winters.
Mercedes is really smart in that they put their winter tires on smaller
wheels. Yeah, they're on Pirelli Sotto Zero snow tires.
So this is the journalist package, you're saying?
It is the journalist package. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed they didn't give us a more exuberant spec. I do like the gray exterior, but I was on the configurator. You can actually get a really nice bright red and also a very nice like classy brown color on the interior. This one just has black.
Well, that's because no one would ever get that on a C300. Every dealer is just going to fill the showrooms up with exactly this car.
With this car.
And then people will just lease them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I mean, spec aside, and it has a power trunk.
Okay, I figured.
Yeah, you were already prepared for it. No spare.
That's some storage down there, though. And a side net. That's cool. Oh, and you fold the seats from right there.
Yeah, they're power. It works out quite well, actually.
Power release. Yeah.
Also, Charlie, proxy key on all 4 doors.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Yeah.
So what I'm kind of gaining is that. So what I'm kind of gaining is that this you're not making too many sacrifices so far for this.
No, and you should have room back there because the seat is designed in such a way that you have just enough room.
Yeah. I like this. This looks nice.
It's very classy in here. You know, okay, so there's a certain other manufacturer that's going real bonkers with their design right now and everything about their company.
Okay.
But Mercedes has kept it very classy, very elegant. And they've done a really great job. Oh, that's what that's for. I was wondering what that was
people
for.
Don't use cups anymore,
I was like, where are the cup
phones.
holders? Oh, that does it pretty. Here, do that again. Yeah, holds it in there pretty well.
Corners. Huh.
I reviewed this for the Topher channel, and I'm gonna have to edit that part out because I was like, I don't know what this thing is.
Just take that little clip of the phone shaking and just drop it in for
and
3
put
seconds.
star. This is what it's for.
Yeah,
Because I was like, I can't get the cup holders to come out. And that would be why.
I like this quilting too. And look, oh dude, Mercedes ambient.
Oh, the ambient lighting's S tier. Yeah. So this quilting and this actual leather is a $3,000 option because regularly you get what's called MB Tex, which is the fake leather. This is real Napa leather.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's
it's like a dance move.
Yeah. Thanks for giving me something to start the video with.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Polite of you.
Yeah, I actually like quite a bit about this so far.
Also, mild hybrid.
Yes, 48 volt, right?
Yes.
Everything Mercedes makes, I believe, is a mild hybrid at this point. There's probably no point in looking under the hood because it's probably just a 2-liter turbo.
I think I already... No, I didn't show it, but whatever. Yeah, it's a 2-liter turbo with a mild hybrid, 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, 9-speed automatic, all-wheel drive.
The proper way to drive any Mercedes is to get in and reach down by your seat on the side.
You have to do that the first time you get in it, and then remind yourself that you actually like Mercedes, and you should know by now that none of the seat controls, except the lumbar,
That engine was so quiet and refined. Barely even heard it
mild
start
hybrid,
up.
you don't hear it start.
I know, but even with it running, it's very, very subtle.
I'll put it this way. It's grainier than the BMW 4-cylinder, but it's not even close to as grainy as the Audi or the Volkswagen.
Or the Cadillac.
Cadillac.
I don't think you've driven, but you don't need to. You can just imagine.
The Cadillac?
Well, the 2-liter.
Oh, the 2-liter. Oh, yeah, right. Well, if the 2.7's that grainy, then
Power adjusted steering column, excellent. I like this wheel.
Wait till you feel the steering.
Okay.
Wait till you feel the steering.
All right.
It's a little vague.
Okay.
But I don't care. The steering in this car is exactly
How
the
it
way
should
that this
be?
car drives is exactly how I would want it to drive.
Good.
You can get all this closed and it's all just this is piano black,
very
which
nice and clean.
whatever.
Yeah, but you won't be like if you're not an animal, you won't be touching this a whole
Like
bunch.
you are now.
Well, you'll be touching it like this. You won't be scratching.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Let's get to Charlie spec here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go ahead and get Chris spec. Okay.
I can stay at like 72. Also, Charlie, I have a couple tasks for you before we get on the road. Turn on your heated steering wheel.
Hey, Mercedes. Turn on my heated steering wheel.
That's a pro move. Do you want to know why?
Okay, I'm switching on the steering wheel.
I assume it's here.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
It's not in here.
Really? Oh.
Mm-mm.
Hmm? Oh, that's stuck.
Oh, did I jam it?
I think so. You got cooled seats. That's good.
Yep.
Well, I have to admit, Chris, I think I'm at a bit of a loss.
This is properly jammed now.
Oh, good. Can you just yank the cable out somehow?
Oh, probably, yeah.
So,
Be this one, right? There we go. Yeah, see? It's quite stuck. Anyways, so the heated steering wheel comes on with the heated seat.
oh,
And it's an auto function.
wow. So you can't individually.
No, unless you ask it to.
Why do manufacturers think we want less options in
I don't know.
Like less abilities?
I don't know.
Everything's computer code now. It's all ones and zeros. Just write it in.
Okay, we're just gonna let that. That might live with the car now. Okay, I have one more task for you before we leave. Adjust the heads-up display.
Okay. Wait, that would be home, up, and then it'd be over here.
Nice work. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
I've
it.
spent a good amount of time in Mercedes
Okay.
with the new system.
That took me all week to figure out. Yeah, lots of cool different cluster.
But I don't love how the steering wheel cuts off a good part of it, because if you want to see the
Well-
whole cluster, you have to drive like this.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter when you're in the classic mode,
Okay.
because it frames this
Sure.
circular gauges. Plus, you don't need nav up there. You've got it here.
But Chris, I gotta keep my eyes on the road.
Got to keep it out for Selena.
Yeah. This car has 84,000 journalist miles on it. Has it held up well?
Yes, and you will not tell. It feels brand new.
Okay. Off we go. Steering wheel, gas pedal is mounted at the bottom. So it must be a sportsmobile. Steering speed is nice. The wheel's a little thick, but you're right. I do like the light, vague steering.
Yeah.
Feels a bit like I'm driving in Forza
Yep.
on an Xbox. But I'm okay with that for this kind of car because I don't want to know that I'm driving if I'm in a Mercedes.
That's right.
Ah, you fixed it. Did you?
No.
Well, you're closer.
Spoke too
You got
soon.
it open.
That's true.
Ooh, brake pedal is. Brakes have been used on this car.
Oh yeah. I should have said the only indication that this car has mileage on it is the brakes. Yeah, the brakes are quite used.
I like this frameless mirror. This is just a sedan, which
It
is
is,
nice.
and
We
it's-
don't have many of those.
And it's
anymore.
quite pleasant.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. The motor's a bit grainier. Definitely. I mean, no 2-liter turbo out there is better from a smoothness standpoint than BMW. Smoothness and power.
Yeah.
You can argue that Hyundai's 2-liter is better from an excitement standpoint.
Right.
But that's mostly just because there's no muffler, essentially. So we got some torque. I assume we're rocking the 9-speed, obviously, because it's
Yep.
a Mercedes. Our flag hasn't been mended, I see. Let's get by
What are we gonna
on that.
do? The mild hybrid fills in all the gaps, just really smooths everything out. It's really quite nice.
Okay. I'm assuming it's hustleable, but not. Nice job.
Sorry.
I'm assuming it's hustleable, but like not a lot of fun to do it, but like it does it.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly how I would explain it. Also, the Soto Zeros have a pretty decent amount of grip.
That makes sense.
They give up at about 55.
See, we could review cars without actually driving them.
Yeah, because you already know how they're like, what they're like.
That's true. I guess I only know that from driving them, which is a bit.
Yeah, which I haven't done yet. This is my first C-Class.
Okay.
And I always thought that the C-Class was terrible.
Well, that's the thing is, uneducated people think that the C-Class is just, oh, you've been too poor to get an E-Class or an S-Class.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily the case. Mercedes has tried really hard ever since the kind of mid-2000s generation of C-Class.
Yeah.
That one that started then. Ever since then, the C-Class has actually been a really good small car alternative to their larger luxury sedans. You don't feel like you're just getting the poverty spec. That's where the A-Class came in. But this genuinely is supposed to be I want a nice luxury car, I just don't need the size of an E or an S-Class.
Yeah, and they've knocked it out of the park with that. This just feels so well put together. It's so smooth. It's so quiet.
The question that I've been dying to ask you all week while I've been cruising the Mediterranean
While you've been in the ocean.
is, how is the Burmester?
A.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely not S. It falls apart once it gets to like 80% volume. You get some crispiness and some kind of distortion.
Okay.
But honestly, for this class, it's better than the Harman Kardon
Sure.
in the BMW.
Yeah.
It's better than the Bose and the Cadillac.
Yeah.
I haven't driven the Audi A4, so I don't know. That probably gets Bang & Olufsen.
maybe not with the chip shortage. My
That's
brake's
true.
gonna work when I come into oversteer.
Yeah, just be careful.
Probably embarrass this Challenger.
It's a Scat Pack.
Is it?
Yeah. It rotates nicely. You can feel the back end come
it's-
around.
Back end is definitely coming around. Good amount of fake engine noise in there.
Yeah, you only get that in Sport and Sport Plus, which is nice.
Yeah,
And
the
you
steering does get heavier, but certainly not sports car levels of responsive. It's
Oh,
a very
no.
it's a very muted steering, but again, that's what you want in this car because you'll go right back into comfort mode.
What on earth?
That is a trailer without a trunk. Somebody said, no longer my job.
Yep.
Pardon. Let me hit rough ride road here.
Yeah, make sure you're in comfort though. Are
I
you in
am.
comfort? Okay.
Of course. So this headrest being adjustable is nice because you can move it up so that you can touch your chin to your chest, or you can. Yeah, it's probably riding even better on these 18s.
Yeah, the ride is pretty good. It's
Yeah,
not the best.
It's a
but
little. It's firm.
Yeah.
But it's still compliant. We weren't
Yeah.
even crashing over there or anything. And the
It's not
car
offensive.
itself is, in the secondary ride, really smoothing itself right out.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a power and charge indicator. That's important.
I
hit
feel
it
like
at
you quite
45. Let's go for it.
Ooh, that was the
Alright.
bump stops.
Yep. A little harsh there.
Yeah. Oh, another one. That was the wheel though. I don't think that was the suspension.
Correct. You know what makes this car so good?
What? The column shifter.
The column
I
shifter.
love column shifters. They are the best, especially when they're like this and they don't actually move.
Yeah.
It feels so nice. It's like just adds a whole level of luxuriness.
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 Is that going to be your thumbnail text?
Luxuriness?
Luxuriness?
Yeah.
I'm going this way because the wind was blowing hard from over there.
Okay.
Whereas if I go over here and we just do a quick... Oh, we need to get a thumb now.
Yeah.
Well, we can get that back at the garage. The speed limit is...
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I quite liked driving that. Brake pedals a bit. But
Yeah.
that's not, I don't
Well,
think that's the car's fault.
Now, I don't know, because Mercedes, some of the EQ cars, I know this is an EQ, they've had very vague brake pedals. This feels kind of the same.
Well, it does
as
have
those.
to regen to a degree.
Exactly.
Not much,
So
but-
I don't like that. The brake pedal feel is like the main thing I don't like about this car.
Okay.
And you could go and say that, yeah, it could be partially because it has 80,000 journalist miles, but I think that there's some, what,
I was just gonna say, over to your left is your actual favorite car.
a Ram with
A
tow
black
mirrors?
Ram widened out with its tow mirrors extended with no trailer on it.
Yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Do you appreciate that one of the floor mats says AMG?
No.
Mm.
But maybe there was a chip shortage at the AMG
For
floor mat
embroidery?
factory. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let me get this down for you here. Hey Mercedes, set the passenger temperature to 85 degrees.
I'm increasing the temperature to maximum.
Oh, that was for everyone though. Okay. Don't want that. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, it's cool. Oh, you can heat and cool at the same time.
Of course you can, it's German. The Germans understand that we like to do that sometimes.
Ah, yes, the silly Americans. They like to have that. Well, I'm bad at accents.
Do we think this is
It's got
a crater, or do we think that it's just standing
it's
water?
just standing water. Probably from all the DTE trucks that have been having to do rounds through here.
That's true, yeah. A lot of people lost power again on Friday.
Yes, including our house for an hour. The first time I've ever lost power there.
Well, you weren't
Unfortunately,
there,
I
so it doesn't
wasn't
count.
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
We came home and my oven light was on.
There was about 8 inches of snow on the road.
I am a bit disappointed
I was
that I missed
plowing
that.
with this. I
Because-
literally was plowing. The whole front bumper was packed full.
I bet Amos was disappointed that he missed the WRX in that.
Yeah, he took
But
the tremor out in
I'm
it.
sure he took the
And
camera,
he
but
came right home. He said it was too sketchy.
I would have taken my F250 Super Duty out there.
Yeah.
In 4-wheel drive. All right, nice smooth.
It's such an effortless,
linear
yeah,
powertrain.
linear,
I can feel it from the
effortless.
passenger seat.
It's very, very, very refined. And going off of what you said earlier, there's this misconception that I'll admit I was a part of, that the C-Class is just, why are you moving my seat?
I thought you might like that.
I don't, What is seat kinetics? I don't understand. It just moves the seat around.
Yeah.
So now it's just moving me closer to the...
And then it'll move you further away.
Okay. Anyways, as Charlie distracts me from my point there, a common misconception is that the C-Class is just like a cheap, poopy car that only posers buy, but that just isn't the case, in my opinion, anymore. I think that they've really made something nice, and I want to drive the previous gen and the previous gen to see if they're as nice, because this car just feels fantastic.
Yeah.
I really, really do like it.
The previous gen is very nice. I can't say the same for the one before that.
The W205. This is the W206.
Okay.
They've been going in order now. They didn't used to go in order.
Sure.
Well, they did, but the numbers would jump quite a bit.
I have a very German question for you.
Okay.
Would you like your seat moved forward and backward for 16 minutes, 32 minutes, or 96 minutes?
None. Cancel.
I just love the specificness
Yeah.
of these times.
Yeah. Oh, now it's going back to where it should have been. That's how it feels like. It's a shame it's not nighttime, because we could show them all of the ambient lighting.
I'm sure you can drop a little footage.
But just take my word for it that it is quite nice.
That's a pleasant little bong. What was that for?
The traffic light view.
Why do you need that when it's up there? So that you can be on your phone right here and...
I think it is for if you pull up too close and can't see it. Yeah. I think. I don't know.
I can see that, because it's a very... I mean, we're seeing quite a high
we're seeing
angle
quite a
there.
bit of sky. Or if it's like bright out and it's glaring at you or something. Or if you want to be on your phone right here, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can...
Yeah, it's
authenticate
fingerprint.
this.
Yeah. My colleague is distracting me today.
Well, you should have been watching the... Also, did you use this screen at all where you could see how many pounds
not
you
a
have?
single time.
Gotta have that up for the Winding Road video. People like that.
I showed it in the Winding Road video. I think I revved the car with it.
Nice. Yeah, this is nice. This is, I think someone in this... Actually, wait a minute. How much does this cost?
Do you want to know the base price, or do you want to know how much this car is?
I want to know the base price first.
$45,000 for the 4MATIC C300.
4MATIC C300, okay.
45 grand. This car is a bit more than that. It's a bit more. $64,000.
Ooh, I was hoping it'd at least be under 60. Okay, so $20,000 worth of options.
Yes.
How many could you do without?
Most of them.
Okay.
What I like about Mercedes is they will actually let you pick individual options.
Mm-hmm.
Heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, the pano roof. They're all separate options. The most expensive one on this car is the $3,000
Journalist package?
AMG Night Journalist package.
Okay, so you could comfortably build one of these under 60,000.
Oh,
a very
easily.
Nice C-Class.
Oh, yeah. You could build one for $55,000.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's not too bad.
Oh, we need to get a thumbnail, so we'll put it like right here in the sun.
Nice and dirty. Just how people like them.
Yeah, it got dirty.
It's been a dirty week.
Yeah, it has been.
Cool. Well, nicely done, Mercedes. I assume with the build configurator, you can customize what's here.
Yeah, this is an option. This is like $200
Sure.
to get the
That's
wood
not too
with
bad.
aluminum lines. It's aluminum.
Yeah. Can you change all this?
I don't know. I think
Okay,
that
what
comes
about
with
this?
the.
No,
No, that's leather.
leather on dashes.
I do.
don't you?
They should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should just come on this. And leather on the top of the door panels, leather on the middle of the door panels. Not at the bottom, but that's more understandable because that gets kicked and scuffed, and you don't really want leather down there unless you're in like a Bentley or something.
Fun stitching the way it kind of comes
Yeah.
up and around. It's not just a. They thought outside the box a little bit more for this car than you think they would have.
Mm-hmm.
And it says Mercedes. Right
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cursive, classy thing in a panel room.
And it also shows where my suction cups were for the fuel economy test.
Sure.
Where this got 36 mpg.
Yeah.
EPA's 33.
Very nice.
Readout was 30.
With winter tires.
With snow tires, it was 48 degrees, so it was a little bit warmer, but still winter blend gas or whatever,
Mhm.
whatever that means. Yeah, so 36. And I was saying, I think 38-ish
It is
would
achievable
be
in the summer.
achievable in
Yeah,
the summer.
70 miles per hour, certainly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's quite good.
pretty
Cadillac,
What'd the Cadillac get?
not great. I think
30,
it was like 30. I mean,
33.
to be fair, that was the higher performance motor.
That's
But
true.
Can you get like a C400? Or is it a C40?
I think it's the C43.
Do they still do the C43 or is it the C53 now? Probably still C43.
C43, I think, yeah.
You might want to cut that. We'll look ignorant.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, well, that's been my week and Charlie's 15 minutes with the 2022 Mercedes C300.
Can you pay to get a proper hood
I don't
armor?
think so. I wish they would, though. I wish they'd just give them.
I don't understand why they don't make it an option, because I think a lot of people would pay $500 to have a Mercedes hood armor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they would.
I would. Maybe we should start like a coach making company, but just put Mercedes.
With just badges.
People send us their entire car.
Yeah.
We put a Mercedes badge.
We take a flathead screwdriver and take the old badge off, and then
affix the new one.
affix the new one with Gorilla Glue. And that's Daily Motor. All right, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We'll have our other C-Class videos clustered together in the link in the description. But Charlie, unless you have any final thoughts?
No, that was nice. I like that.
It is.
It looks good. It drove well.
Yeah, it looks great.
And you spent more time in it, and you can affirm that.
Yeah.
That feeling lasts.
Okay. Well, we are certainly Paris and Nicole today.
Yeah.
From Daily Motor,
100%.
and as always, baby S-Class on.